This is my favorite episode from Season 1. It really humanizes both Aang and Zuko. Love the direct transition between Aang and Zuko's respective backstories. Really dials home the similarities in their struggles, despite how different their upbringings were. The stories allow us to further understand how each character came to be who they are today, and showing us the battles they are fighting within their own minds. This shot starts out relatively normal, but then is quickly revealed to not be reality as Sokka is gliding and Katara is riding a giant Momo. Based on Aang's initial reaction of fear to seeing the storm clouds, we can see that Aang has a troubled past with storms. We can also see that Aang is wrestling with feelings of guilt and letting people down.
We need you, Aang.
This feeling of guilt is the biggest storm Aang is fighting within his own mind.
We need you, Aang. We need you.
What's going on? Did we get captured again?
Great callback.
Matter of time before she gets us all in deep. Oh, what? I'm not good enough to kidnap?
Aang is trying to run away from his responsibility of being the Avatar and having to save the world. The same reason he ran away in the first place. He never wanted to be special, he just wanted to be a kid and have fun. He runs away mentally when Katara asks him,
"You seem to be having a lot of nightmares lately. You want to tell me about it?" "I think I just need some rest."
and then again, physically, when the fisherman confronts him.
Guess I must have imagined the last 100 years of war and suffering.
He disappeared, right, Aang? Aang, what's wrong?
Quick pause of appreciation here for how awesome the music is in this scene.
That's right, keep flying!
You're a horrible old man. Appa, yip yip.
Just as Aang and Katara are pulling at your heartstrings, in comes Sokka with the comic relief.
Hey! They left without saying goodbye.
The classic balance of Avatar.
No! This one time, I was...
Yeah.
At this point in the show, Zuko is a pretty one-dimensional character. Painted as a villain who doesn't care about anything except capturing the Avatar.
We know the Avatar is traveling northward, so we will do the same.
Zuko even doubles down when he sees that his crew member overheard him saying that he doesn't care about their safety.
The safety of the crew doesn't matter. Finding the Avatar is far more important than any individual's safety.
The younger characters don't feel the storm coming.
Look at those clear skies, buddy. Should be some smooth flying.
You're out of your mind, Uncle. The weather's perfect. There's not a cloud in sight. Shelter from what?
But the older ones do.
There is a storm coming. A big one.
We shouldn't go out there. Please, the fish can wait. There's going to be a terrible storm.
Aang becomes noticeably concerned when he hears the woman mention that she feels a storm is coming.
Maybe we should find some shelter?
Are you kidding? Shelter from what?
What do you know about respect? You don't care about anyone but yourself. Then again, what should I expect from a spoiled prince?
The captain is essentially saying how the audience is viewing Zuko at this point in the show. Before learning about his past, the way Zuko comes across is very in line with quote-unquote spoiled prince.
Looks like your uncle was right about the storm after all.
Lucky guess.
What do you know about respect? Nothing about respect.
Easy now. Enough! We're all a bit tired from being at sea so long.
Iroh's attempts at de-escalation prove no match for Zuko's rage here. After Aang physically runs away, Katara finds him, tries to get him to talk about his past.
Actually, he wasn't.
What do you mean?
I don't want to talk about it.
You can hear the pain in his voice.
It's kind of a long story.
Shout out to Appa. Aang looks pleasantly surprised when he arrives to comfort him.
I'll never forget the day the monks told me I was the Avatar.
Even before the monks tell Aang he is the Avatar, we can see that Aang is clearly a much better airbender than his peers.
Where'd you learn that trick, Aang? I made it up.
Along with inventing the air scooter, we can see that Aang is the only kid to have tattoos like the older monks do, which is an indicator that while Aang may be of a kid age, he will have to act more like an adult.
How do you know it's me?
We have known you were the Avatar for some time.
When the monks are explaining why Aang chose the toys,
You chose them from among thousands of toys, Aang. The toys you picked were the 4 Avatar relics. These items belong to Avatars past.
and Aang just says,
I just chose them because they seem fun.
right in line with his personality.
But there are troubling signs. Storm clouds are gathering.
Ah, I see what you did there.
I'm sick of taking his orders, and I'm tired of chasing his avatar. I mean, who does Zuko think he is?
Again, the captain is speaking for the audience here.
Do you really want to know?
Let me in.
Prince Zuko, what's wrong?
I want to go into the war chamber, but the guard won't let me pass.
We see that Zuko is strong-headed and not afraid to stand up for what he thinks is right.
You can't sacrifice an entire division like that. Those soldiers love and defend our nation. How can you betray them?
Aang's airbender friends distance themselves after Aang is announced as the Avatar, and we see that Gyatso is his closest friend now. Aang is struggling with this transition phase. Essentially, overnight, Aang is forced to change his lifestyle, having to stop playing with his friends and take on intense training, responsibility, and scrutiny of being the Avatar. This part of Aang's backstory shows that even the superhuman Avatar still goes through very human struggles.
How could they do that to me? They wanted to take away everything I knew and everyone I loved. Whoa!
He said that Prince Zuko's challenge of the general was an act of complete disrespect. And there was only one way to resolve this.
Agni Kai.
Zuko would have to doom his own father.
This is where I really started to feel sympathy for Zuko. Truly gives a new perspective on how ruthless Fire Lord Ozai is. Any sane and logical parent would have pulled Zuko aside and explained why speaking out of turn was wrong. But Ozai went, "Oh, I'm gonna make sure you're scarred physically and emotionally from this."
I'm angry at myself!
The world needs you now. You give people hope.
The Avatar gives Zuko hope.
Katara and Zuko certainly have different ideas of what they're hoping for, but Aang brings them both hope nonetheless.
Out at sea!
I'm going to find them. We'll be back soon. I promise.
The way Aang says these two lines so definitively shows that he is not running from his responsibility as the Avatar this time. Iroh's redirection of lightning is quickly brushed over and just played off as sort of a joke here.
Look!
The helmsman!
This is the first time the audience can look up to Zuko because of his willingness to risk his own life to save the helmsman. We also happen to be looking up at Zuko in this shot. Aang initially looks afraid of this huge wave, but pushes through to overcome his past fears, and PTSD, frankly. The second wave is too big to overcome. Repeat scenario from when Aang froze himself. He looks like he is starting to drift off again, but when he opens his eyes and sees his friends going down too, this gives him the courage to save them. Very cool moment, especially after learning Zuko's backstory and why he's chasing Aang. Zuko apologizes to Iroh.
Uncle, I'm sorry.
Your apology is accepted.
And Iroh accepts without hesitation, unlike Zuko's own father.
I'm sorry I spoke out of turn.
Will learn respect, and suffering will be your teacher.
Do you hear that? It stopped raining.
The gang has made it through the storm, and Aang has made it through his own mental storm.
I'm here now and I'm going to make the most of it. I don't think you're gonna have those nightmares anymore.
If you are hearing me right now, I cannot thank you enough for watching. I love making these videos, so it means the world if you could hit the like button and leave a comment on your favorite moment from this episode. I'll catch you guys next time where I'll discuss the Blue Spirit. Peace.